Now, welcome back to B. Richter's Movie Corner for another movie review. I haven't done this in quite a while. Like I promised you, I would do movie reviews on the Howling series. Just excuse the nurse here, but Howling 4, the original Nightmare, which was released in 1988. It has Roma Wenzar, Michael T. Weiss, Anthony Hamilton, Suzanne Sevard, Lamar Dermal, and Norman Ensley, directed by John Hill, who went on to do Slash, I believe, which was a movie about people getting killed on a farm. Now, Howling 4, the original Nightmare, is basically more adapted from the book than the original Howling was. So basically, it's her going to this place. This was made in South Africa, but it doesn't really per se that's where it's located. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, you got the same storyline as you had in the other three movies, except for 2 was about Transylvania and 3 was about Australia. So, you know, this one has appearance by Clive Turner, who went on to help with 5 and help with Howling the New Moon Rising, which I don't even own that, and it's a stupid movie. But Howling 4, you know, basically, she goes to this cabin and her boyfriend falls in love with this store owner who happens to be a werewolf. He turns into a werewolf, and pretty much her friend comes in there to help her out. And you know, basically, it's not the best of the series. It's not the worst of the series. But if you want to watch something that's more adapted from the book, this would be it. So that's Howling 4. I know it was a short one, but I really don't know much more to say about that one. Now, Howling 5, the Rebirth, is actually is my personal favorite of the series. It's where a group of strangers go to a Romanian castle, and they begin to suspect that one of them may be the ancestor of a legendary werewolf. Now, at the beginning of the movie, it shows a knight and his wife, and you hear a baby in the background. And they kill each other, and they talk in Romania, and they find out that was the last descendant of the werewolf. Well, each one of these guests go to this castle, and each one of them progressively gets killed. Now, it's kind of like Ten Little Indians, if you've seen any of the Ten Little Indian adaptations, the 70s, I think there was one in the 80s, and, you know, it's pretty much like that. There is werewolves in the film. I like it because of the being in a castle and getting killed off one by one. And now, the one thing that I have to say about Howling 5: The Rebirth is not connected to any of the other films. Like I believe the first 4 were, or the other 2, 3, and 4 were not connected to the first one. Well, the first one was connected to the second a little bit. Being one of the characters' brother was in that. Anyway, Howling 5: The Rebirth is okay for what it is. And the next one is Howling 6: The Freaks. It's when a drifter named Ian comes to a town of Canton Bluff. He finds work fixing up the local church. When the owner of a traveling carnival finds out Ian's terrible secret, he blackmails him into becoming part of a sideshow. Now, this has vampires in this one as well, and it has various carnival-like characters in the film, and like the bearded lady and alligator boy and stuff like that. You know, I mean, a lot of people don't like this movie because of the having that kind of atmosphere, but you know, it's not bad. But considering what follows is Howling New Moon Rising, it's definitely a step up from that. Now, I don't have anything against the director, Clive Turner, who directed Howling New Moon Rising and helped on 4 and 5, but he can't do very good directing as far as New Moon Rising goes. I mean, I know this is about 5 and 6, but 7 is just, I'm sorry, I mean, it's stupid. Werewolves, you don't see much of it. You got a lot of characters that come back from the other films into this one. and it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, you got a lot of people sitting there talking and talking and talking and talking and dancing and dancing and dancing. That's it. But if you like Howling 5 and 6, I would recommend getting the Artisan Video 2-pack. This one is okay. This is released by Timeless Media Group. It's not the best, but it was a cheap price. I paid, I think, $4 for both movies. So that concludes the movie review for Howling 4, 5, and 6. If you would like for me to do more horror movie reviews, I will do that for you, and I'll catch you on the next one.